Hello, everybody. I'm getting everything going. Oh, man. All right. Well, no one's over here. Oh, yeah. Raul, you are first over in landscape. Thank you. We have Joey was the first one, and Taylor and Free Jelly. And Jelly, I normally actually get on earlier on Saturdays. It's just we were doing things, so lots of things. Well, welcome in, Lynn. Glad to see you. Hi, Fitness. That should be running. Let's make sure. Perfection. No one's over in the purple app yet. There we go. Hi, Ogden. That should do it. All right. Don't worry about me, guys. I am literally just trying to get everything going, and sometimes, you know, technology is fun. That's not what I meant to click on. Welcome to walking through how my brain works. Or the step process in getting to these things, I guess, is the more accurate statement. I gotta change this up. Delete, delete, delete. All right, and closing out of this. Okay. Who's ready? I think I need to replace this camera. It just like doesn't want to stay on top of live chat. Ooh. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's cool. I don't know how I feel about that, but that's pretty cool. Sorry, I'm on TikTok and TikTok's doing something new and it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Hi, everybody. So, Paulie sat down at my desk yesterday and he was like, "How do you look up at these monitors? Like, my neck hurts." I'm like, "I don't know. I just do because it's what I got right now. I need a taller chair, is what it is." The thing is I'm short, so a taller chair means my legs just hang. Because short people problems. YouTube chat bug? What's that, Luca? Nope. Trying to get me back center. There we go. All right, perfection. Perfection. Thank you, guys. Let me get this open. Do-da, do-da, do-do, do-do-do. There. And there we go. Hello, Moose. Wonder. Kay, Lala. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. We're going to get this rolling in a moment, of course. And we'll see what we do. Oh, that is weird. Because you're on... Yeah, it's only on the landscape one, Luca. Well, Joey, that's not the proper way that it would go through, but I understand it. Ragnarok says, "You're cute. I just want to say that I support Trump just to argue with you, but I don't support Trump." Well, I appreciate that. Alex, thank you for becoming a subscriber over on Twitch. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, Pixie. It's only the landscape one where I have that on. And that's just because I don't know, it's easier. It's easier that way. It's easier on that way. So there's all of that. Of course, I know you guys will still be able to hear a certain someone in the background. Can't help that one. Cannot help that one. Oh, he adjusted my headphones. There we go. There we go. All right, guys. It is about 2 o'clock on a Saturday. And there's already someone that like told Polly that he was drunk off his ass. There we go. That's up there. We are rolling. Do you guys ever just feel like sometimes you just need another nap or something? That's I swear how I feel. Everything's set up correctly there. Perfection. Everything's going great. Well, Lala, you need to be eating. Oh yeah, Luca, no, you're good. I know you are. I don't know why the tube is being lame like that. You know? I don't get why it's doing that. But hey. What can I do? I can't make it work. Yeah, what time is it for you, Moose? Like, I'm actually curious. Oh, thank you. Right, Ref Man. Thank you. Oh, mercy. Yeah. I just thought about something. 1 second. Oh no, I left you unattended for 2.5 seconds. Ah. Oh no, what trouble did you cause? Oh no. And nobody called. That's okay. Oh man. I was supposed to work my shift at Hoofer Building, but they closed. Do you know when I'll get my last paycheck? No, I don't, Phantom. So it depends on the state, but a lot of states require that a last paycheck be issued 2 weeks after they fired you or anything like that. So I do know that. I don't know if that helps. Thank you for the jewels. Yes, guys, are you ready? 2026 is almost here. 2026 is almost here. Isn't that crazy? This year has flown by. This year has absolutely just flown by. Isn't that just absolutely crazy? For the person that's continuing to spam that they're a kid and they want to debate, again, you have to be 18 to call in. And depending on how you start off the phone call, I might not talk to you if you're 18 because I don't trust it when people are like, I'm 18, I swear. I'm sure you're not. It's just crazy talk, in my opinion. I do need that, but not right now. That's true too, Alex. That's true too. So I will say this. Let's see. A bunch of stuff has happened, right? So yesterday morning for us, or I guess it was evening for us, which would have been this morning, right, for Ukraine. Russia launched a large scale attack against Ukraine. Yesterday, Thailand and Cambodia signed another ceasefire agreement. We'll see if they can even uphold this one. It's very interesting. A lot of stuff happening internationally. I can't say that there's too many good things happening nationally. I don't know. I get more international news than I get local news. It's kind of weird. Oh, that's right. We did have a approved, right? Nigeria approved targeted bombing by the United States on Christmas Day. On Christmas Day, no less. That one was a little bit weird. We did that on Christmas Day. Oh, it's a little bit weird. Hoover. Okay, I got you. I don't know. Phantom. A lot of the things that I'm getting as far as like news alerts is just being like, guys, year in review. And it's like, I don't care about the year in review. That doesn't actually mean anything to me. Like, what happened in 2025? A lot. Ooh, someone thinks I'm so worried about apparently a Quinnipiac poll showing Democratic approval down. Oh my God, whatever will I do? Like, bro, what? I don't give a shit. Like, what does that have to do with me? I legitimately could care less. Like, I guess no, it's couldn't care less. I could not care less about that. A lot, Lala. I wasn't sure about that one comment. Like, I didn't know how to take that. I'm being honest. But there's a lot of things that I don't know how to understand. Oh yeah, now listen. They found another like millions of pages or thousands of pages in the Epstein files. And now we cannot release it at all. We can't release it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh wait, you mean they were actually going to do it? No. No. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Okay, bye. See, the phone works. Yes, I did, Tima. They corrected that almost immediately because somebody put it up on Twitter. Somebody was like, I want to let the Department of Justice know that there's a way that you can get around the redaction because they didn't do it correctly. Congratulations. The Department of Messing Things Up. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Okay. Let's see. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you? Yeah. Kids, go play a game. Mm-hmm. I mean, anyone can sound like a child if they just go, mm-hmm. It's not difficult, right? Just go, mm-hmm. And you can sound like young. If you don't actually say words or string together a sentence, you can sound young, right? Well, we'll just go through some news. I don't mind doing that at all. Let's see. Oh, mercy. News today. Winter storm is pummeling New York and New Jersey and Connecticut with snow and ice. That's fun. I already briefly went over Russia's attack on Kiev. Mercy. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. How old are you?
23.
23. Are you still supporting Trump?
Um, I recently shifted more conservative, so yes.
Okay. So, what specifically has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, actually, it's not what he done that earned my support. It's what his opponents done.
Then I don't
His
really care to talk to you because you don't stand for anything. Does that make sense? I'm asking specifically about Trump. It's what his opponents has done. So you're just against something. You're not actually standing for something. And that's boring. And you don't really support him. You're just against the other side. And I'm not the other side. So I don't care. I hope that helps. Does that make sense?
well, I mean, don't you
Okay.
think he's
I'm just against something. Like, okay, then you're not here to have a conversation about what I'm talking about. It's really fucking weird. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yep.
Awesome. How old are you?
21.
21. Are you still supporting Trump?
Well, I'm not verbatim supporting, but the only thing I give him credit for is ending the war in Gaza. That's the only thing. I know you're getting mad. I know, he could have done this like 8 months ago. I know, but I know he's a fascist. I know he is wanted to continue this genocide in Gaza for longer, but I think he did it for the clout, for people supporting him, the peace president. I really don't support him, but this is the only thing I give him credit for because Biden didn't do that in his office. Um, yeah,
Yeah, that's why everything still supports that the war is actively ongoing because they keep turning on and off the ceasefire like a light switch.
correct. Yeah, I agree on
Yeah,
you
so
on
then
you
it
as well.
hasn't ended. So, yes, it's a great attempt. I will give him that. It is a great attempt.
Yes.
Why are we giving him a participation trophy?
Um. Well, I'm not. Do you think he's a peace president?
I mean, if somebody does they're like on something, I don't know what exactly it is, but they ain't right. They think he's the
Yep.
president of peace.
I know. I know. Like I know they're still bombing Gaza right now. Like I know it hasn't like completely. I mean, it's official, but Israel doing them, like doing them dirty, But yeah, I think make it official, like everything, stop the war, ceasefire permanently. I think it's better than nothing. I just think it's better than nothing
Make
because
the
I'm sick of it.
ceasefire official. It already was. I don't even get it. Like both sides signed it, right?
Yeah,
And they signed it with witnesses, and they still are literally both sides are turning it on and off like a light switch.
yeah, but it's better than nothing. Like it's better than 2 weeks truce every
No, it's
fucking
not, because then
month.
it's just a sham. Because what happened after they announced the ceasefire? Palestinians made their way home to Gaza, the Gaza Strip, right? And then the
They struck them,
IDF,
right?
under the control of Bibi Netanyahu, were like, oh, we're going to turn off the ceasefire as everybody's coming home and once they're all back in Gaza, meaning that more innocent civilians that have nothing to do with the war are being killed in Gaza. So, no, it's not, quote, better, because they were expecting to go home to no war and they came home to Hamas and the Israel soldiers, unfortunately, continuing to go at each other. Whereas they had left seeking refuge other places, and now they come back.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
but
that's not better. That's not better
but
at
still,
all. It would have been better if they would have been like, stay out of Palestine. And I mean, this IDF, Israel should have said this. The president of Israel should have said it. Bibi Netanyahu should have said it. I don't care which person should have said it, but they should have been like, don't make your way back to Gaza yet until Hamas completely disarms. That's what they should have said. But no party said that. No party said that. They're all like, yeah, come back to Gaza. It's safe. which to me seems like a setup at this point.
Yeah, it's completely set up. Not nowhere is safe in Gaza, by the way. So everything in the media is lying. Like these people are dying in cold right now. It's insanely cold in Gaza right now. I think the only solution is, I mean, it's better than nothing. I still think it's better than nothing. I just hate to
It's
see every
not.
day.
More
I
people
go
are
on
dying
Twitter.
because they all came back to the Gaza Strip thinking that they were going to be free or have some kind of freedom and not die because of overnight bombs.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
no, I
but
disagree.
but
It's not better. In fact,
I
it's
still
probably a little bit worse.
yeah, but they still have food. You still they are able to eat
Oh
now, like at
yeah,
least.
even though Israel keeps stopping them, like sorry, the IDF forces under the demand of Bibi Netanyahu keeps routinely stopping food aid trucks from going into Gaza.
Is this still happening?
Mhm. Again, they keep turning on and off the ceasefire like it's a damn light switch.
Hmm. Yeah, but I mean, I used to like see everything like every day on Twitter, but now like I rarely see anything about Gaza. I'm not sure why. Like, am I, like,
Perhaps don't use Twitter as your news source.
oh, okay. What do you recommend? I'm generally asking, what do you recommend me to use?
I use ground news.
Brown news. Okay. Is it like left-leaning outlet?
No. So
Uh-huh.
they don't report news, right? They just give you separate news sources. So on ground news, you can see if a news source is left leaning or right leaning, or if they're
Yeah.
center, if they're national, international, and their factuality rating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And then it'll also show you if only one side of the political spectrum is reporting on it versus the other. So it's not even a
yeah.
news source. I use it to get my sources. So I'll literally
Mhm.
scroll through the different options that it'll tell me until I find something. Um, like here, for example, this one is about a Brazilian judge, right? 34%
Right.
reported on the left side, 46 reported center, and then only 20% on the right side. And I'll just scroll through it and I see that the first one that shows up is Associated Press. They're considered left, international, high factuality. And I'll just keep scrolling until I find something that is center, international, or national with high factuality rating. So, like News Straight Times, center, international with high factuality rating. And then I'll click on that and read it. And then I'll look at a
Mhm.
couple more and I just go from there. But if it doesn't say
Right.
that it's center with a high factuality, I'm not clicking on it.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm definitely gonna check this out after the call. But
Sure, if
yeah.
you decide like they do have a paid subscription for them. That they do have a free
Mhm.
version as well, but if you decide to pay for it, you can get 40% off the annual Vantage plan with my
Oh, okay.
code at checkout, Mermaid Ari. Sorry, I got to do a
Okay.
plug at that point.
No, it's okay. I'm fine with that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, no, like we
Okay.
both agree on the same stuff. Like we both on the same page. But I feel like I had to let this out. But I'm not even American, by the way. I'm from Egypt, by the way. But I'm like really focused on American politics because America controls the entire world. But
To a degree,
yeah,
yeah, I would agree with you.
yeah.
Okay, man.
But
Well, I hope you have a great rest of your. I don't know what date. Is it still Saturday for you if you are in
oh
Egypt?
yeah, it's Saturday.
Okay, cool. Well, you have a great
Yeah.
Saturday, my guy.
Thank you very much. Have a good day,
Thanks.
man.
You too. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
I am.
Awesome. How old are you?
Me? I'm 39.
39. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I am.
You are. And what specifically has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Okay, so the hyper focus on the ineffective approach to most government agencies when it comes to securing the governmental dollars that are expenditures of our governmental operations.
All right. And who controls government spending in the U.S.?
We're talking about state or federal level. You have to be specific.
Well, I would assume that when you're talking about the ineffective government spending, you were referring to federal, correct? And
Oh,
technically, the answer would be correct at federal and local level, just so you're aware. So you're
but
still already
yeah, with
starting
the
off in a
additional,
horrible way.
hold
So,
on, the additional scrutiny that has
oh
been
my
imposed by governmental or federal governmental restrictions imposed on state governmental spending
Uh-huh.
through the stipulation that they have to be effective with their allocation of resources.
Uh-huh.
So, do you have any contradictions?
Who spends money at the government? By the way, the answer is the same for state or local. Sorry, federal or state. That's what I meant to say. This is actually really
federal or
easy.
state?
Yeah,
Who
this
spends
answer is
money?
really fucking easy. Yeah,
Okay, go for it then. Answer it.
Oh, how about if you don't know, just say I don't know.
Sure. If it'll help your platform, I don't know.
Oh, I'm not talking about if it will help my platform. I'm trying to gauge your level of knowledge to know where I need to start. So how about you give an answer to the question that I
Fine.
asked you?
Fine. I
Who
don't know.
approves government spending? Do you truly not know, or are you just being a smart aleck?
The voters.
Okay, well, if you're just being a smart aleck, I have no will to talk to you. Like, the chat gets it. Yeah, the uncomfortable laugh, like, talks about this. Like, oh my goodness, it's so hard to give an answer. Oh my gosh, guys. It's so hard to give an answer, I guess. Like, I guess what people don't realize is, like, I don't have, like, you can call in, doesn't mean that I have to talk to you. It's the great thing. Ooh. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello.
Hello?
Hi, how old are you? Hello. Okay, bye. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah,
Awesome. How old are you?
41.
Oh, thank you, Dad Shoes, for the 10 gifted memberships. I appreciate that so much. Okay, you're 41. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, not anymore.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, man. You have a great Saturday. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Hello. Oh, I like that one. I like that one. Trump devotion syndrome. See, TDS actually just means The Daily Show, but I do like this as well. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 32.
32. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, sort of. Okay, and what specifically has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
I would say I guess maybe like the sports ban on trans people.
All right, and how many sports players are in the NCAA?
NCAA, I'm not sure.
Thousands, tens of thousands. I think actually hundreds of thousands. How many transgender sports players were there within the NCAA?
I have no idea, to be honest.
12.
I just think
12. So I just want to be clear. You were offended by 12 people. That
in
is
the NCAA, or what about high school players and all those?
Yeah, there's, I think, across the entire United States. And by the way, across the entire United States, where there's over 100 million children, right? Actively, like at all levels. I'm not just giving any age, right? 42. So you're offended
42.
by, I just want to be clear, you're offended by 54 people in the entirety of the United States of America out of 342 million American citizens. Wow, that's weird.
Why is it weird? I mean, it should be in place though. That should be
You're
a standard.
offended by 54 individuals
You
out
don't
of
think that it should be a standard?
346
You don't
million
think there should be
American
a standard,
citizens.
though? You don't think there should be a standard in place so that way, like later
How
on,
do you
maybe
know if someone is
jurisdictions
transgender,
can be
sir?
able to open it up though? Like,
Hi.
okay,
How do you know if someone is transgender?
how do I know if someone's transgender?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even that. It's just the rules that need to
No,
be in
no,
place.
no. You have an issue with 54 people out of the entirety of the United States of America. So let's try
54
this
people
again.
can grow into a larger number.
How do you know if someone is transgender?
I'm telling you, 54 people can grow into a
How do you
larger
know if
number,
someone is
and you're
transgender?
disregarding that. I don't know, to be honest. I mean,
Oh,
like,
so then how
people
would
have
you know
to.
that even these individuals that I was talking about are
Mhm.
transgender? And how do you know that they're not just kids or just people that want to play sports and they actually identify with they actually are
The thing
the
is,
same sex that
is,
matches their
some
gender?
sports need to be
how do you know?
regulated in that, though.
How do you know
Some
if
sports
someone is
need to be
transgender?
regulated. Some sports,
Sir, if you
maybe
are so
sports like
offended, how do I not know
shooting,
that you're not
maybe sports like
transgender?
shooting, maybe
How
sports
do
like
I know that
shooting and
you're not
archery,
transgender? Am
maybe
I
sports
assigning you
like
the wrong
shooting,
pronouns? I'm
maybe
so
sports
sorry.
like
Can
shooting.
you
Okay,
okay. Can
shooting and
you
archery.
what are your pronouns? I don't want to misgender
All
you.
right, he, him. So
He, him.
maybe
How do I
sports
know
like
that?
shooting,
How do I know if you're not
maybe
transgender?
sports
How do
like
I know if
shooting
you're
and
not
archery. All right,
transgender?
maybe
How do
sports.
I know
Why are you
you're
so
not
condescending?
transgender?
Why are
How
you
do
so
I know you're not
condescending?
transgender?
Why are you so why don't you let
How
somebody
do I
speak?
know if you're not transgender? Can you
What does that
answer
have
that?
to do with the argument?
How do I know if
I'm
you're
just.
not transgender?
What does that have to do with the argument?
So you're saying you are transgender. Got it. So why do other
Yes. So
transgender
super
individuals within the
transgender.
United States offend you so much? Like why are you a bigot that self-hates?
Okay.
Can you explain that
So
to
why
me?
aren't you letting people speak?
Oh gosh, I asked you a simple question that you're not
I'm
capable of
asking you, why
answering,
aren't
and
you
so
letting
I'm
people
going to
speak?
continue to I'm
Why
going
aren't
to
you letting
continue
people speak?
to repeat
Why
the
aren't you
same
letting people
question
speak?
every single time. So can you tell me
You
again,
know, like,
how do you
you
know
don't
if
argue
someone
in
is
good faith,
transgender?
but
How do
you
you
don't
know if
argue in good
someone is
faith.
transgender? How do you
How
know
do
if
you know
someone
if
is
someone's
transgender?
Okay. So you're gonna tell me that people who compete, they're not gonna be tested whether they're trans or not?
How would you test someone?
You have to test somebody.
How?
I mean, that's how it should be.
How
No?
would you
I mean, if
test
somebody
them?
has suspicion,
What
if you have
test would
suspicions of
you give
somebody being
them?
transgender,
Okay,
if you
cool.
have
You
suspicions
want to
of being,
test them. You want to
all
test
right,
them.
you should test
How?
them
What
because,
would you use
well,
to
you
test
should.
them? What would
Okay,
you
so
use to
you're not
test
gonna
them?
suspect. So
What
when you
would
see a transgender,
you
when you see a
use to
transgender who
test
looks like a
them?
man, when you see a transgender who looks like a man, you don't suspect them being transgender?
I'm sorry, women look like men all the time and men look like women
No,
all the fucking time.
but
Amani
some transgender,
Khalif? Amani
some
Khalif?
transgenders
Amani
don't. Some
Khalif? Are you
transgenders
familiar
don't.
with this name? Amani Khalif?
Who?
Amani Khalif?
No.
She was the female sports boxer that was in the Olympics, and everyone, including fucking not RFK, but J.K. Rowling, right, who's a fucking writer, and even Elon Musk was like, "Oh, she's a transgender person."
Oh
She's
my God,
from.
and guess what?
She's
And they
from.
proved that
She's
she
no.
wasn't a
Actually, they
transgender, right?
did. Yeah, they proved that she wasn't transgender, but
They
she.
proved.
Oh my God. How? How? With her birth certificate. But you just said, I want to be clear, I'm going to reiterate what you said back to me. What you said to me specifically is that if it's a woman that looks like a man, they must be transgender. And Amani Khalif has a masculine appearance. So then you did though. You did. You said that
I'm
if
not
it
saying.
is a woman that has the appearance of a man, they're transgender. That is specifically what you said.
How
So
about
then
we
I
test?
asked
How
you
about we test
multiple
everybody?
times,
How about we
and
test
how would you
everybody
do
for
that?
transgenderism then?
How would you
Before,
test for
how
it? By
about
the
we
way,
te-
it's
how
not
about
an
we test
ism because it's
everybody?
not a
How about we
disease.
test
How would
everybody,
you
no matter
test
who
that?
they are?
How
How about
would
we
you
test
test that?
everybody?
What would you
How about
use
we
to
test
test that?
every gender? How about we
Cool.
test
What would you
everybody,
do?
no matter
How
who
would
they
you test
are?
that? You want to test
You
them.
could test
How?
it.
How?
Okay, if
How
you
would
get
you
in front of
test
a
that?
doctor, you get
How
in
would
front of
you
a
test
doctor.
that?
Okay,
And
okay.
what does the
Have you ever
doctor
gone to a
do?
doctor? Have
What
you
does
ever
the
gone to a
doctor do?
and they check? Have you ever gone to a doctor and they check your genitalia? Have you ever done
Oh,
that?
is
No?
that why are you
You've never
obsessed
done
with
that?
someone
You've never
else's?
gone to a general
Wait,
physical
are you
checkup in
telling
your
me
life?
you are this obsessed
You've
with
never
what
gone to
somebody
a
has
general
in their
physical
pants?
checkup.
That is, I'm so
Yeah.
okay, guys. He is so obsessed with
Your
42
doctor should
students
be able to
across the
clarify
United
what
States.
gender you
This
are.
guy is
It's
dreaming of
basic.
children's
It's
genitalia.
basic.
He is
It's
literally
basic.
dreaming of children's
It's basic.
genitalia. You are dreaming of children's
what?
genitalia. You
What are
are
you talking
fucking
about? When
weird.
you're a child,
Why are
when
you
you're a
so
child, when you're a
obsessed
child,
with
you
what
get your
somebody
genitals
has in their
checked when you go to a
pants?
checkup.
Are you?
When you're a
Hey,
child,
let's try
what are you
this.
talking about? Your doctor
Hey,
checks up on you.
what
What
is?
are you
I wanna
talking about?
ask you a question. What is your favorite kind of truck?
What?
What is your
What
favorite
does that
kind
have
of
to
truck?
do with anything?
I'm seeing if
I
you're
don't know.
capable of
I don't have
answering a direct
favorite truck.
question.
I don't have a favorite kind of truck.
Okay, you
I don't know
don't
what
have a
you're talking
favorite
about.
kind of truck. Perfect.
No, I
Pause
don't.
for a second. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I want to ask you a question.
Okay, general physician, they check your genitals when you're a
No,
kid.
is that me having the chance to ask you a question, or is that you speaking? I said I wanted to ask you a question after
they
you.
can do this for
Okay.
everybody.
This sounds. Hey, Lala, does this sound like J-Rez to you? Oh, he hung up. That sounded like J-Rez to me. I was just curious if that sounded like J-Rez. Guys, stop being so obsessed with somebody's genitalia. It's fucking weird. It is weird. And if you think that it's not weird, it's fucking weird. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Hi, how old are you?
I am 30.
40?
30.
30. Okay,
30.
sorry.
You're on speakerphone. Sorry if you can't hear me very well.
Yep, that explains it. Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I don't know if I would phrase it that way. I think I'm here to kind of provide an alternative perspective. I'm here to support whoever wins an election because I hope for the best of the country. Now, whether that happens or not, we constantly get let down, I think, especially over the last few presidencies. It's been kind of rough, no matter who's been in office, in my personal opinion. But I guess you could say I support him in the sense that I don't want to go against who won the election, and I hope for the best. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
So here's my opinion on that. I actually think it's more unpatriotic to not question who's in our government than to just blindly follow who's ever president and support them. I think it's more patriotic to support the United States of America while also questioning those in government, right? So that's exactly what I'm doing. Like
I actually agree with you there. Let me just, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're good.
I agree with you. There's nothing wrong with questioning, and I even think like the right to protest, peacefully is important. It's something that, our country stands for. And oh, by the way, comments that are saying that I'm a man. I'm not a man. I just sound really raspy.
You're good. Ignore the comments.
Yeah. So, oh no, it's just funny, especially given the last conversation. But no, so I really think it is important to question. I think there's a problem that we have a little bit though with bipartisan politics specifically, because realistically, I mean, even listening to the other guy, right? He's not completely against everything that has to do with being trans. And I think most people are not far left or far right. There's always somewhere in the middle. And because both, you only have two options in this country. It kind of sucks because you're stuck sort of picking one side, and that one side may or may not fully represent you. For many people, it does fully represent them, and hey, whatever. But for a good majority of folks, at least that I've met in my personal life, they're kind of somewhere in the middle, and it becomes very difficult to navigate. So I don't know. That's why I just wanted to call in to sort of provide that alternative perspective that, sometimes people might be supporting one side, but it's only because, that's you kind of just get one or the other, and you just kind of have to make the best that you can, and protest if you feel it's necessary, because you're right, it's patriotic to protest as well. But at the same time, you do want to hope that no matter who's there, left or right, is going to try to make, this country a better place. And it's just
Hi,
unfortunate
Hector.
that a lot of people have lost sight of that because of bipartisan politics, specifically, in my opinion.
So I think the issue is that for some reason, politics has become a sports, right? Sports game.
Yep, agreed.
And what we see is that it's just like one side versus another, and I don't really enjoy that. But that's why I'm only talking to people that specifically support Donald Trump. I'm not talking to people on the left. I'm not talking to people on the right or individuals that think they are. Just specifically about the topic of the person who is actively the sitting president of the United States.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I guess by that definition, I am supporting him in the sense that, whatever. I'm not trying to protest, and maybe that does make me non-patriotic because I feel like I'm somewhat in the middle. I never really was fully against Biden. I never really was fully against Trump the first time he was in office. I actually think, if you look back before 2020, the economy was doing fantastically, and now people can barely afford rent. So I think it's a mix of, I don't know, maybe I am a bad caller, I guess, for what you're trying to talk to, but I would say that I do support him right now because, I think it's important to just keep trying to navigate those only two choices. And if the first option wasn't good, which in my opinion, I don't think life was great in the last 4 years, then you try for the next option. And you know what? Life's still not that great right now. Then, I have a strong feeling that it's going to flip again in the next 4 years. And it's just because it's the only two options we've got, So I would just say if someone is supporting Trump, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're a huge Trumper. It just means that they're making do with what they got. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I would disagree again because I'm just going to reiterate the fact that you don't have to support the person who's actually sitting president of the United States of
Sure.
America
Of course.
while also still supporting the United States of America. There's actually a very great quote from Teddy Roosevelt that I appreciate. And let me get that actually. They removed the page. Oh, they removed it. Okay. To announce that there must be no criticism of the president or that we are to stand by the president, right or wrong, is not only unpatriotic and servile, but is also morally treasonable to the American public.
That's not what I'm saying, though.
I
There's a
know,
difference
but I'm
between
just.
supporting and not criticizing, right? You can still support.
Oh,
the
there's
president,
more to
but
this quote.
criticize
I
what
just
they're
couldn't
doing.
find it originally, but it literally
Oh,
it
sorry.
uses the word support in it. But I can't find it on the original page that I had bookmarked from the Theodore Roosevelt Center. And that bothers me. So let's see. Yeah, and then also we have Theodore Roosevelt famously stated that patriotism means supporting the country, not blindly following the president.
I don't think I'm blindly following either, though.
And that, well, I'm not saying that about you. I'm just reading it. Citizens should support or oppose leaders based upon their performance and service to the nation, not unconditionally. So it's just like an additional thing, like, oh, here we go. There's that full one. Why did they move it? That's not cool. Anyway, but yeah, so like I personally don't see him doing enough good for the United States of America or the citizens, so therefore I don't support him.
And that's fair. Like, I think that's completely fair.
Yeah.
I only support him because I do appreciate some of the work that he's done in at least attempting to end some wars. I am disappointed in him, though, where, you know, with a lot of the campaign was sort of America first, and then, of course, we're still sending money out to different, you know, to different countries that, in my opinion, should stay here and help, you know, maybe like homeless vets and things like that. So I think there's a lot to be said with this presidency, right? So I do still support and hope. It's still early in the presidency, but at the same time, there are definitely things that I would say I'm not pleased with either. And I do think that that's about 75% of people who I think are on his side, like especially now after the whole Epstein debacle. I mean, there's a lot there, right? And it's just
I
kind of
think that if
disappointing
there
to
was
see that.
anything that should be a non-starter, it should be the Epstein files and the way that his Department of Justice, which people don't realize that he wrote an
Literally,
executive
yeah.
order that puts Pam Bondi directly under his direct authority. So people miss that executive order for some reason. And the Department of Justice is supposed to be operate independently so that they can uphold the law without having any political interference. And he totally circumvented that with the executive order he wrote back in February. But since he specifically put Pam Bondi under his direct authority, that means he's the one that's directing them to not fully release the Epstein files.
Yeah, no, I definitely think the way that was handled is abysmal. And I think because you can unredact the files, right? I think everybody now knows that you have a way to do that in Word and Adobe. It's just not shocking, but equally as disappointing that, you know, just so many people on frankly both sides were just protected. But and he ultimately is responsible for that, right? Like, even though he campaigned on releasing it, he acted so suspicious. So I mean, I definitely think there are criticisms to be made, and you know, I guess, like I said, maybe I'm just a bad representative, but really I'm hoping for the best in the next 3 years until we have the ability to vote again, and then see what happens with the next one. But it's very disappointing. You know, I'm an immigrant. I'm here legally, just to be clear. But I am an immigrant. I came here with the scope of trying to build a better life. I had the option to go back, you know, to my home country, and it's just disappointing to see that it's changed so drastically and that people are struggling so much. And for the first time ever, I've even thought about, man, I don't know. It's just heartbreaking, I think, for a lot of people, no matter who they voted for. But I would agree with you there. You know, as much as I still am trying to show optimism and support him, that was the Epstein files is definitely one that I think a lot of people, maybe even on his side, might consider pushing the next election, or who knows, because it was definitely handled poorly. I would agree with you there. And I was not aware about that executive order, so thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, that's what he does. Anyways, I will go
Well,
ahead
hey,
and
I'll let
move
you
on.
talk to someone else.
No
I'm not as
problem.
controversial, so go ahead.
No, you're okay. I appreciate you. You have a good one.
Yeah, likewise.
Thank you. Guys, just as a friendly reminder, I do like reading chats or bits between callers. We have Tima Doe saying, "Are you a mythical being? Maybe a unicorn?" No, I am a mermaid. I am a mermaid. It's a mythical being. Or are they real and we just don't have proof of it? So if you send a super chat or become a member, I will read your comments between lives. Thank you for the jewels, Sebastian. Thank you also for the jewels. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. How old are you?
25.
25. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay. And what specifically has
Chat-based.
Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Send them back, baby. Kick them out.
Okay, what policy was that?
Uh, Send them back. Kick them out.
Are those the only words you know?
Yes, Chadfish.
Oh, those are the only words you know. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you can admit it. I will say that you can pick up a local, like a thesaurus from your local bookstore for probably less than $10. And I think that's $10 that you should invest in, and a dictionary as well. Have a great Saturday. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hello,
Hi, how old are you?
I am 43.
43. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I do.
And what specifically has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, he has completely secured the border.
He has?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what's the rate of immigrants coming in through Mexico or any of the other countries?
I don't know. Where
Versus
do we
when
keep
Joe Biden was
crossing
president.
data at on CBP, IC, or DHS.gov? Can you direct me where I can find crossing data?
Well, I mean, surely to goodness, you got all this whole platform and you can't find that?
Oh, sir, this is quite literally a gotcha question. Do you not know why?
Why?
The United States government website does not keep track of crossing data.
Okay.
So how do I know that less people
what
are
do you?
coming across the southern border
Yeah. So how
if
many
they don't
people are
report
coming
on
across?
crossing data?
So can you tell me how many people are coming across?
No, because they don't keep track of crossing data.
But would you agree that it's a lot less
No, I
than when Joe
can't.
Biden was
Again,
in office?
there is no statistic nor data that you can give me from DHS, CBP, or IC.gov that tells me how many people
No.
are crossing the southern border. That data is not
Yeah.
kept track of on these government websites.
Yeah.
So there is no way
So
for me to
I
agree with you there. Do you
I'm
not
sorry. I
understand?
wasn't trying to. I do understand. I wasn't trying to interrupt you. I just wanted to. So I've watched you a few times. It's kind of
Oh,
hard
thanks
to
for
get a
being a
hold of you,
fan.
obviously. I'm not a real big fan, to be honest, but I will say you're a bully. Like, if somebody says something you don't like, you just hang up on them and you don't even share what they say on your channel. So, I
Are you
mean,
talking
you're just
about
a
people that
bully.
call in and spam and just come up here to say slurs? Or are you talking about the people that I mute
No,
because when I'm pre-screening calls because there are literal children that think it's funny to slur the R
no,
slur, the N slur, or anything like that? So
oh,
you
I would
just came
never
up
do
here to
that.
tone police a woman for why?
I would
And actually,
never, I would
I just
never
want to
do
let you
that.
guys know I don't always read my comments on my videos, but the ones when I do
Yeah.
and I get like a direct notification of, I'm actually told that I'm too nice and that I should be meaner. So I find it interesting
Really?
that you think that like I'm so mean and it seems to offend you so much that you just wanted to call in. And because
Well, no, I don't.
unfortunately, I am the one that had to inform you that there is zero crossing data available on DHS, IC, or
You're exactly right. There is
CBP.gov. What
zero
you had to do,
crossing.
what your attempt was in that moment, was to do what? Your
No, you're
sad
exactly
attempt at
right.
an
There
ad
is
hominem to
zero
divert the
crossing.
conversation because unfortunately the data that you are trying to purport is not available.
Hey, guess how much oil we just got from those ships that we took from?
And now this is what we call a pivot. Are you okay,
Yeah.
sir?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm wonderfully
Oh, okay, so you're just not
fine.
able to
Wonderful.
admit when you're wrong. So what you do is you try to pick up another
What
another
am I
piece of the
wrong about?
conversation that there is no crossing data available on any of these government websites.
Okay, but so did we just not? Did you hang up on me already?
All I did was mute him or mute myself. He just literally stopped talking. Like, yeah, I think I did break him. He just stopped talking, and then I just didn't interject because there was no reason to. Luca, sorry, Ari, zero chance I'd ever donate or is super chat not one time. No, you're fine. Thank you, Luca, for your support. I do appreciate you. Oh goodness, it's so funny. That was, yeah, I guess I broke him. All I did was just not interject in his moment of silence. That was definitely a moment of silence there. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Hi, yes.
Awesome. How old are you?
Sorry, what was that?
I was asking your age.
Oh, I'm 33. My name is Nick.
Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
I don't actually. I actually voted for him in 2024, and I regret it.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you, okay, because I grew up voting particularly blue my entire life, and then this was actually the first election where I voted red because I was extremely dissatisfied with the Biden administration. And we're 1 year in with this administration, and I absolutely regret it. The midterms are coming up next year, and my question to you is, what do you think will be the outlook? If, let's say, because I'm assuming you're more left-leaning, what does the left need to do in order to gain back the votes?
Oh, unfortunately, just go further right.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? Well, the Democratic Party or the liberals are not even considered left on the political spectrum. They are right leaning, they're center right. And with the way that our current, unfortunately, the way that our political spectrum is in the United States is quite skewed. We don't have a left party, sir. And I think that that's a very huge misunderstanding. A lot of people didn't vote in this election because they didn't have a far enough left-leaning or progressive candidate, or they just didn't know who to vote for because both sides were too far right. Because people have like this misconception on what the left and the right are as far as the political spectrum. They get called radical leftists if they mention anything about, oh my God, affordable government subsidized housing. Holy shit, that would be like the end of the world. Or if they talk about universal health care, oh no, that's far too expensive. Anything that would actually be a leftist policy isn't actually being pushed or promoted by the Democratic Party. So unfortunately, just go further right, because apparently the United States and our political spectrum right now enjoy a fascist government, or
Wow.
an idea into fascists.
I think I was looking more like a solutionary base. The only reason why I was asking
That would be
because
the
I think
solution, unfortunately, if the Democratic
go
Party wants to win votes, is to unfortunately
go further
pander
right.
and go further right.
Well, I mean, I would disagree with that because, like, I would think with Zoran winning, for example, New York, I think was an example of someone with left-leaning policies winning an election, and that was for the state of New York. But how do you do it on the national scale, right? Especially, let's say, with someone, let's say, who is a Democratic Socialist.
Oh, unfortunately, it wouldn't work on the national scale. There would be too much that would go into it. So, like Zoran Mamdani, while I think he's got a great mind and he's got a good idea of policies that he wants to implement, and to be clear, socialist Democrats are still considered
Democratic Socialists.
yeah, Democratic Socialists are still considered center right because they believe in purport capitalism. Anti-capitalistic policies would be more towards the left. And again, so without that, he's still a center right. So you're just proving my point again. David, you get muted every time in the chat because you never come up. So bye-bye. You don't get to talk in my chat.
This is my first time here.
No, not you. You're not David. It's somebody else.
Oh, sorry. But no, the reason I'm asking is because, like, Zoran. Just to clarify, in order to be more on the left, you have to be more anti-capitalist. So maybe more towards, like, let's say, socialist, communist has more on the left. Then is that what you're insinuating? I'm a little confused.
Socialist policies. You don't necessarily need to go full socialist in order to achieve actually being a leftist party. But again, we don't have a leftist party in the United States. So
No,
we
we
just
don't, and I
have
think that's one of the big
multiple
issues. Is that's
levels
why
of the right.
I think that's why I voted red this election, was because I feel like there was no voice, like there was no policy or no voice coming from the Democratic Party. There was no primary that they said, hey,
They had a primary.
Biden's
Did you not vote for a primary in February or March? I can't remember the exact date, but there was a national primary.
there was a primary then, but when Biden stepped down, and then I had the second
Cool.
primary and had
I can
Kamala
help you out with
stepped
this
in.
real quick. Yeah, I can help you out
Yes,
with
go ahead.
this. Do you know when the DNC needed to know exactly who the candidate was going to be for the delegates to make their decision? What was the deadline?
That would be around June time, right?
July 31st. What was the date
July
that
31st.
Joe Biden stepped down?
I'll be out on this one.
July 21st. Can you
July
tell me,
21st.
is
So they
it,
only had 10 days.
they only had 10 days, and do you think
Yeah.
that 10 days is enough time to conduct a nationwide primary for 162 million registered voters across the United States of America, put it all together, arrange it at the local level, count the ballots, right? And then they also have to make sure that they have the records for who voted in the Republican primary, because in the vast majority of states, and I can't say refutably that it's 100% of states, but at least the majority of states don't allow you to vote in both primaries.
Right.
So,
No, that's true.
is that enough
I
time?
think California is one of them too. I live in California myself, so.
Okay. Is 10 days enough time to put together an entire nationwide primary?
Well, I agree with you. I don't.
It's
I
not.
don't think
And
that 10 days
the
is not good enough time. But
correct.
can you
Democrats
argue that
sorry, no, you
because
can't argue
of
that. Democrats also had the opportunity to run against her by calling up the delegates that represent each state and saying, hey, can you pledge your delegates to me instead of Kamala Harris being the front runner? But nobody did
and
that. None of them wanted.
and
I think there
a
was
lot of the
one
blame I'd
person
actually have
who
to put
called
on
them
Joe
up and
Biden
got
because
3 delegates.
I think a big thing I'll have to put the blame on is Joe Biden, because
Yeah, he should have
he
stepped out sooner. I'm not going
he
to
should have stepped
disagree
out
with
way
you.
sooner. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
not going to disagree with you, but that doesn't mean he gets the fault of the blame. And that also means that your point, saying immediately, is invalidated by being like, well, there just wasn't enough. They didn't get a primary, so they selected our candidate. Incorrect. When you voted for president, specifically, let's just say when you voted for Trump in 2024,
Yeah.
what were the 2 names?
It'll be Trump and JD.
JD Vance, correct. You voted
Yeah.
for
So
her.
Trump,
If
let's say
if
he's
you voted in 2020, you
incapacitated.
voted for Kamala Harris.
2020, actually, yeah, that's right. Yeah, actually, no, I voted George Jorgensen for that one, actually.
That's fine. So
But
did
anyway,
my
that's a different
brother. I
story.
don't really
Yeah.
care. Like,
Yeah. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is what Democrats need to do. We need, do we need to
I'm
go
not a
more center right? You
Democrat,
say?
so
Oh,
no. Again, you can't go more center right. The most that they can do is go more center, or go further right. They're already center right. And so
right.
I'm curious, like, what do you think of what do you think is a socialist party or a socialist ideology or policy that you think that you're in agreement with?
Oh, for sure. Universal health care is actually, I'm actually huge. I support, for example, let's see. Let's start with universal health care, right? That's what I can think of right off the bat.
And how did Donald Trump campaign on universal health care?
Not at all. And the only reason why I voted for Donald Trump really was because I think it was more of in spite of. I think I was so dissatisfied with the Democratic Party and the lack of ideals that they had. I feel like our country needs to be a little bit more of a worse shape before we figure ourselves out again. I know it sounds sadistic, but that's where my mindset was at the time.
Yeah, sounds very pro-suffering.
It is, but sometimes you need a little suffering in order to progress. But as I said though, also wasn't again, I was also a big fan of a lot of what was going on with Trump at the time. with the Biden administration at the time when it came to, let's say, foreign policy, and of course with, the with the mounting influence of the establishment that was going around at the time. But again, I made a huge regret voting for him because at the end of the day, guess what? A lot of voters, I think, are getting what's called like the help me with the phrase here, like just like when you regret voting for someone,
Voters
what is that
remorse.
called? Voters remorse. Thank you. And I think I'm definitely one of those people. And I think with the midterms coming along, we're going to be, especially here in California, we're going to have a new governor. A lot of Californians are not a big fan of Newsom and his policies either. And so we're
Yeah,
going to
I
have a
know
new
that.
governor coming in. Yeah.
So what
And
I would
so,
suggest is if you want to see like more progressive run, if you have time, and I'm not assuming that you have the time to do so, go to your local DNC. You can actually
Mhm.
find the locations on the DNC website if you so choose. You can apply to be a delegate and all of this other stuff. Things that I'm not
Okay.
interested in doing because I am not a Democrat. Um, go tell them what you would want to see imposed. Be the person, say I'm from the local community and this is what I know that I would personally want and this is what I would want to see implemented for me to vote for you guys again. That would be the best thing that you can do. All right?
and this is more on the local level then, what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah, it starts small. You
Yeah.
have to build it up.
So like in our case, like where I live, right? The crime is at almost near all-time high. There's a huge, homeless population that's just out of control, and I feel like there's nothing that our governor is like put. I think it was $4 billion into the homeless crisis budget, and nothing happened out of it. Like we're wondering what the hell happened to that budget. Not to mention the supposed to be light rail that's supposed to that we wasted over $1 billion on, and we barely got less than a mile of that light rail completed. So I feel like there's a lot of corruption, especially in the California government, that needs to be looked at and resolved. I mean, how they said that there's that we have like a quote unquote Doge, here for the federal. I think there needs to be like an actual California Doge, if that the best way to put it. I don't want to put a bad taste in anyone's mouth, but we really need some sort of government oversight on what we're spending our budget on, and that's why I'm not a big fan of for Betty Yee, who is running for governor, or Katie Porter in this case. But those are like the Democratic front runners.
Okay. So again, like the only thing I can suggest that you do is reach out to your local DNC and have conversations with individuals that are the delegates there or that are possibly the
Yeah.
individuals that are running the campaign.
That makes sense. But anyway, I feel like I'm probably at the wrong prompt because I don't support Trump anymore, but I do
That's fine.
support what you're doing, and keep up the good work.
All right. Well, you have a good Saturday.
Well, you have a
Thank you.
great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, let me read through some of these. I guess it's being mean to not want certain things said. Yeah, exactly. It's so mean if I stop someone from spreading misinformation. That's so bad, guys. It's so bad. Hey, Eric. Ari, ask these callers how they know border crossings are down. Are they camped at the border with a hand counter, or are they counting on their fingers and toes? Yeah, some of them can't go past that one. I don't support Trump, but there is border crossing data on CBP website. So Chad, encounters are not the same as crossings. The encounters page only keeps track of people that are stopped and rejected at the southern border. This is where people are usually confused, but that's not what it is. You can actually look up the definition that DHS provides for the term encounters on their website. It's the OSHSS, believe it is, .gov/glossary, and then you can look at it. I probably have the website gone or wrong. I admit that entirely. I think I have it wrong. But it's literally the DHS, Department of Homeland Security website, will provide you the definition of what an encounter is, and it's literally the people who are stopped. It is not crossings. Crossings are not something that is kept up. Like, it's just not. It's not tallied up. Thank you, Hi, for the jewels. I do appreciate that. The interesting thing is how people think because people are being stopped at the border means that they're not getting in any other means. Exactly. That's the whole thing, right? Encounters are down. Okay. And encounters being down could mean one of several things. Could mean that they're not keeping track of everybody. They're not stopping as many people. They're stopping fewer people. They're stopping more people. There's no way to know. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Okay. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I am 42 years old and from New York, upstate New York.
Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Right now, yeah. Yep.
Okay. So what exactly has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
Well, right now, obviously, I'm going to lead to border control, but you have contested it on here saying that you don't rely on the numbers that are given, which is fair. We have gotten, how many billions of dollars have we gotten from the tariffs so far? I do enjoy that. There are other things.
Who pays for tariffs?
Yeah. It's a quick Google search. It'll tell you.
I'm asking for your understanding of who pays for tariffs. If you need Google to tell you, feel free.
Everybody does. Everybody does.
Everybody?
However,
So the entire world pays tariffs to the United States government?
No, but tariffs affect everybody, correct?
They affect everybody. So tariffs affect the entire world. Okay. Let me try phrasing this differently. All right.
Okay. Go ahead.
The United States has a 15% tariff on all imports coming out of Japan into the United States. So who is responsible for paying that 15% tariff on Japanese imports to the United States government?
Whoever's receiving those imports in the United States, which would technically be the consumer,
United States importer.
Correct.
It would be just the United States importer is the correct answer. Awesome.
Yep.
So you're celebrating that we are collecting tariff money from our own citizens, even though Donald Trump, the president of the United States, who has literally said, quote, tariff is my favorite word, tells the American people that tariffs are paid by the foreign government.
No, that is not what I said. I said that everybody is affected by tariffs.
Oh, no, I didn't say
including the other
you
countries.
said that. I said
Okay.
Donald Trump said that. But I'm saying you're supporting the fact that we're taking tariff money from United States importers. That could just be somebody like me that bought something from another country because he got
Correct.
rid of the de minimis clause, which exempted anything valued less than $800 from being assessed a tariff fee, which is negatively impacting small businesses. We've actually seen an increase in business bankruptcies this year over the previous years because of tariffs. So you're celebrating the destruction of small businesses in our country, the fact that we're collecting this money from our own United States citizens, and you're supporting the president who tells everybody in the United States that tariffs are his favorite words and that tariffs are paid by the foreign government.
Okay. All right. Would you like to have a conversation, or would you just like to monologue over me?
Are you able to address anything that I just said?
I am, but you have a hard time letting your guests speak. So, and then
are you just up
will
here
say,
to tone
well,
police?
I'm sorry?
Are you just up here to tone police?
No, I'm not. I just want to have like a back and forth conversation with you that doesn't involve, like, if I say something that you go on a 2-minute rant and then, try
Would
to
have been
trigger
impossible
people.
to have been on a 2-minute rant considering we've only been on the phone for 3 minutes and 39 seconds. And the entire time that you
I'm
just
not
had those
talking
3
about-
sentences
I'm
where
not
you were
talking about-
whining about not being
Here we
able
go.
to talk, even though
Here
you
we
were
go.
completely allowed to talk, you could have already addressed the comments that I made. But at this point, I
Here we go.
guarantee you've already forgotten the
go.
comments that I made.
No, I have not. And again, here we go.
Cool.
You are talking over me while I'm
Address
trying
them.
to respond.
Oh, that's not trying to respond. This is you actually whining.
I'm trying to respond and you're not letting
If
me.
you are
If you
saying
would
I'm
let me.
trying to respond while actively tone policing and whining about how you don't let anybody talk, that's not addressing the point that I made, is it? Would you like some cheese with your wine?
Am I allowed to talk now?
Would you like some cheese with your wine?
Okay. Since I've watched your cast here, what I've seen you do is while people try to
Oh,
respond, you
so
talk
okay,
over
I'm gonna
them,
go ahead and
and
give
then you
you
can hear them in the
away.
background trying to
Bye.
respond.
I guess you wanted some cheese. Right, like, exactly. Thank you, John, for that one. She gave you a shot. You're getting all defensive. Now, yeah, I got you. Like, I wasn't even trying to do that. But it's like, hello. I was actually giving you a chance to respond, and you chose to whine. And I guess you just needed a little bit of cheese to go with that. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
What's up? Yeah, I am here.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
Okay. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
You know what? I haven't really decided yet, but I do want to ask you a question, if that's okay.
What's your question?
Have you seen the recent news that a raccoon broke into a liquor store, smashed a bunch of bottles?
Disingenuous. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, hello?
Hi, what part of Canada are you calling from?
I'm calling from, New Brunswick.
Okay, well, have a good one. Exactly. Thank you. The Milkman's Kid. I like that username. Yeah, he wasn't here for any conversation. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thanks for hosting.
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 35.
35. Awesome. And are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Yeah, he's not perfect, and I think he, like any politician, he needs to be scrutinized and critiqued, and he's not a political deity and not avoidant of criticism. But what he's really, in my book, done well is really push for Second Amendment rights, and they're just getting started with the U.S. Department of Justice really making the Second Amendment a core issue, which has been neglected and stabbed in the back across a number of states over many years. And so I'm thrilled to see the U.S. Department of Justice tried to finally make this a priority, and his administration seems to be a much more positive one in comparison to administrations past.
Can you tell me the most recent law that was struck down, or executive order, I should say, that was struck down by the United States Supreme Court about gun legislation or gun laws?
One of the most recent landmark decisions was NYSERPA v. Bruin out of the Supreme Court about 2023, in which they were trying to, basically lay out the fact that we have a right to keep and bear arms in this, with respects to concealed carry
Bruin
permits
wasn't in
and stuff like that.
2023. I was actually referring to the Supreme Court overturning the bump stock ban. Are you familiar with the bump stock ban and who wrote that executive order?
Yeah, no, not off the top of my head, but I believe the ATF was redefining the bump stocks and
By
that,
order of
you-
who?
no, you can correct me. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's not a correction. If you didn't know, you didn't know, and there's nothing wrong
No,
with
I
that.
don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah, so that would have been Donald J. Trump. Donald Trump is also the one that was caught on camera saying that I believe in taking guns first and asking question due process later. Donald Trump is also the one that wants to take away guns from 1% of the population, which is in fact gun control and explicitly against the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution, taking it away from any individual just because they might differ from his beliefs. So actually, you would be wrong, and I'm going to go ahead and give you, let you know, if you want to debate gun reform, you're welcome to go to my friend at Cross0524, and he will have a gun debate with you.
Well, I will just say this. I'm not saying that
okay.
he's 100%.
He's not pro 2A. If you want to take it away, it's like if you want to take it away from one group of individuals in the United States population, then that just leads down the road to them being able to take it away from the next group of the United States population. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. How old are you?
38.
38.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Awesome. So for the person that was like, what's the bump stock ban? What was her point? It was an executive order written by Donald J. Trump. It was the most recent executive order that was proven to be against the United States Second Amendment, meaning that he directly violated the Second Amendment in his first term in office. I hope that helps. But he's so pro 2A that he violated it in his first term. Thank you for calling. Oh, sorry, you're already there. Forgot I put
Yeah.
you on hold. Anyways, are you still supporting Donald Trump?
No, I never supported Donald Trump.
All right, man. Well, I hope you have a great Saturday. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Nigger.
Wow, you guys have so much fun doing that, don't you? That's fine. Guys, while we have this brief pause, if you haven't already, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. I haven't had anything to read between callers, but I would love it if you guys could. Thank you, Mind, for the jewels. I do appreciate that. We'll go ahead and... Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there?
Epstein, fuck niggers.
That was weird in my ears. That was so weird in my ears, and I did not appreciate that. That was weird. Why are people so strange? Guys, it is Saturday, and I want to thank everybody for being here. But for anyone that's a child, like, go play a game, go get active, go get some sun. See, I have sun right here. Right through my window. It's natural sunlight right here. So, everybody wants to be like, go outside and get some sun. I got it right here now. It's right next to me. I don't want to listen to your raccoon story. No. Okay. You too. Enjoy your Saturday. Anyway, they're a bunch of weirdos. Yeah, I don't talk to Maple MAGA. Folks in Canada can still be American and support Trump. Why don't you take calls from Canada? Because I just choose not to, and this is my platform. And yes, technically, Canadians are American because guess what? We're on the continent of North America. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you there? Awesome. And how old are you? 55. Are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Oh, yeah.
All right. And what specifically has Donald Trump done in his 11 months in office that has earned your continued support?
I like his fearlessness when approaching the public. I like the fact that he actually will sit down with the media, that he doesn't hide from the media. I like his delivery and his way of doing business. Are these not specific enough for you? Are you looking for an agenda or an event that you can counter with, or do you just want to know?
I mean, I
My
was looking
general.
for more policies related than just, I like the fact that he goes in front of the media. Also, Phantom, thank you so much for all the gifted subs.
Hey, me?
No, your name's not
Oh,
Phantom.
I'm sorry.
So do you
So,
have any policies or an agenda that he's actually gone with that you support? Like, just not the fact that he's a showman?
no, I like everything that he does. Isn't he about ready to give us 2 Gs?
Everything is very non-specific. Is he giving us $2,000? Can you tell me who approves government spending in the United States?
Government spending in the United states? Who approves? Well, I know the money comes out of our pockets, but I don't know who approves it. Who does? I'd love for you to inform me. I'll remember.
Okay. Let me ask you another question, then I will answer this.
Sure.
Do you know the 3 branches of government?
Legislative, executive, and what's the third one? Legislative, democratic.
No.
Well, I got legislative and executive,
You did.
right?
You did.
Okay. Yeah. The third one is flipping line. Go ahead. What is it?
Judicial.
There it is. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
No worries. So it's actually the legislative branch, more commonly known as Congress at the federal level. They're the only ones that can approve government spending. And since they have not written a bill nor introduced a bill that is going to give American citizens $2,000, no, sir. Trump can say
Mama.
that he's promising $2,000, similar, like all he wants, similar enough to how he promised a $5,000 Doge dividend check back at the beginning of the year, and that never happened. That's because it has to go through Congress.
I love Doge, and I do not remember hearing that. I think that was falsely circulated. $5,000. That's what the word on the street was.
That's what Donald Trump said.
So how did he say it? Did he say, we may be so efficient that we'll be able to give away $5,000 to every American? Or how did he say it? Did he say, I'm doing that, it's a lock? Or did he say, maybe?
Let's see. Trump Doge dividend. Oh, this is 6 minutes. That's too long.
So what don't you like about Donald Trump?
Hold on.
I know that I frequently...
President Trump seems to be embracing the idea of returning some of the money saved by his government shrinking efforts to you, the American people.
It is unclear if that's actually going to happen, but it is clear that the administration wants to continue cutting. Connor Hansen has the story.
The new Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, claims to have already made $55 billion worth
video.
of cuts.
No,
the Trump
I'm
administration
interested.
plans to use recovered funds to pay down the national debt or return it to the federal budget. But some have suggested a bonus for taxpayers, an idea the president says he's open to.
Could be a lot. I mean, if it's 20%, would give back a lot of money to the taxpayer. And also would give an incentive for the taxpayer to go out and report things to us where we can save money.
The White House says the details could...
Yeah, that didn't sound like he himself was promoting that. It sounded
Yeah, it
like
doesn't help
someone...
that when I search for dividend, he recently renamed the housing allowance that was approved in HR 1 as the Warrior dividend check. So
Yeah.
everything is pulling up from that.
I mean, there's always a million things about Trump that are okay.
But
Do
he
you
did
have any
say that he would love to give it to the American people. So
I would love to receive that. Hey, do you have any money in his stock market, which is on fire?
Sir, I don't know if you realize this or if you've ever looked at the history of the stock market,
Yeah.
but every
Keeps climbing.
president, I'm going to help you out with something. Every
Yeah.
president,
Always a new record, right? That's what you're
always
gonna
the new record. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Hey, but nonetheless, it could go down or it could go up. And right now it's very up. And the
Cool.
precious
So I guess
metals
we
are
should thank every single president throughout history that has ever had record high stock market or record breaking stock market prices. Oh, wait, that means you'd be thanking every president since the stock market started.
Yeah, hey, every time the news is always quick. This happened under Umbrella X. Whether it's Trump, whether it's Biden, they're always quick to point that out. Here again, you're using it in your favor as you like.
I said the same thing under the last president. I don't give a shit who's president. It just is what always happens.
I know, I agree with you. Nonetheless, the market is fire. And this is a direct reflection on Donald Trump. And besides, I think that America and the world, I think that they're in with Trump now. That's what I think that they trust him and believe in him. I see the reports. 30%, he's lowest ever approved, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe
Yeah,
any of that.
Quinnipiac
That's all
polls.
That's all I.
Even Newsmax doesn't have him at a high rating, nor
They
Fox
love
News.
Trump. The world loves Trump. But go on.
Oh, is that why our allies are shifting away from us within NATO, within the UN, within the EU, and specifically Denmark has declared that and Norway have declared that the United States are a security threat?
Could they fear his unpredictability by his way of doing business, his
Oh, does
modus
that just make it
operandi?
better for you if they just quote fear his unpredictability, that makes it better?
Well, it makes us less forecasted. Obviously, countries love to take advantage of the United States. So
How
with
was
Trump,
Denmark taking advantage of the United States?
I'm not. No, young lady, I'm not.
How was Norway
I'm
taking
not.
advantage of the
I'm not
United
saying they are.
States?
Look, hey, I'm more. I admit that I operate more
How
on
was
feeling
England
than
taking advantage of the United States?
England. I don't know, but
Okay. How was Japan taking advantage of the United States?
I'm sure they were.
Oh, you're
I
just
don't
sure
know
they
how.
were. How was South
I don't know how.
Africa taking advantage of the United States?
South Africa.
Uh-huh.
South Africa. Are they joining BRICS? Are they in with BRICS? Is South Africa in with BRICS?
So being a part of BRICS means that you're taking advantage of the United States? How?
No, not at all. I'm
Oh,
wondering if
okay.
they're
Yeah, I want to help you
participating.
out with something. South
Yeah.
Africa is the S in BRICS. They are one
Gotcha.
of the founding countries.
Yeah, Brazil, Russia, India, and I thought that the C was China, right?
Uh-huh.
And the S, South America, right?
Uh-huh. South Africa. South America is a continent.
Sorry, got it wrong. Go on.
How many sheets to the wind are you right now?
Does that mean intoxicated?
Yeah.
None. Yeah. I'm old. I'm not as fresh as you. I admit, you're fresh. But you talk a lot of smack too. You just come up with all this nonsense,
What did I say that was nonsense? Can you be specific?
Oh, no, I refuse to. Everything that you say is something plucked from the headlines, some random factoid
What
that
did I
you're going to
say?
try to use as a tool of leverage to appear smarter than the average caller,
Oh,
which is
okay.
cool. I respect that.
What did
Hey,
I say?
you allow me to post on my love of Donald Trump on your chat all the time. I always do. I
Oh,
thank you for that. I
okay.
appreciate the fact that you give me a platform. I'm not here to say I know more random garbage than you. I admit
What did I
you
say?
know way more random garbage than me. So go ahead. I'll give you the floor, or you can ask me your final statement, or
Are
you
you
want to
able
close.
of telling me specifically what I said that was, quote, garbage or wrong? And not just
Well,
say,
yeah, I'm not. I can. I'm not intoxicated. I'm just loose. That's all. Go on.
so again, what
Yeah.
specifically did I say that was garbage or headline reading?
No, I can't. No, I'm not gonna. It's everything. You use every little
Hey,
factoid as
is
the tool of
everything
leverage.
vague or specific? Can you tell me that? Is that word is when you say everything,
How about modus
is that
operandi? How about your way of doing business is to gain a tiny bit of leverage over everyone that supports Donald Trump? and you do this through random memorization of facts, which is
Does that scare you?
that's the least impressive form of intellect. That never impresses me. Anybody and their mother can memorize a whole bunch of garbage.
Oh, okay.
How come
What have I memorized?
all the facts that I don't want to? I admit. Hey, but I
What
will
did
say
I
one thing.
memorize? What did I say for memory? I'm curious.
Here, young lady, I'll just put it like this. I love the show. I'm a Trump supporter. I watch you every time I'm scrolling and I see you. I stay for a little while. I appreciate what you do. I'm not.
Thanks for
I
being a
love what you
fan.
do. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, you're not gonna get. I'm not gonna get all uptight and get into it with you. Me and you operate on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Oh, so
You're
that would make you what, a fascist?
no. No, I don't think so. I hope not.
If you had to be on the opposite end of the spectrum, then you would have to go pretty far towards fascism.
Oh yeah. Hey, earlier in the chat you said that you're not a Democrat. What are you
I'm
then?
not. Democrats
What
are right, are center right.
what are you?
I'm non-affiliated. I don't affiliate myself with any party.
Okay, who in your mind, would you like to run against the Republicans
I
in
need to see their
20?
policies. Do you understand policies over party?
Yeah, but I mean, normally they're kind of one and the same.
No, they're
The
not.
the person that you're gonna select from is gonna be on the left, right? Is that correct?
No, sorry. Again, the Democratic Party they're not left.
Go ahead, give me the proper usage. Go ahead.
If you wanted to say somebody was a leftist, you could point to socialism, but you guys are so scared of that word.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I admit.
Yeah. Wow, you admit it. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that's against the American way. That's against the way that I was raised. When I was coming
Do
up,
you not like your public roads?
in my area they're real bad. But I
Okay.
admit,
But you
yeah, they're
drive on
real.
public roads?
Yes, I do all the time.
Socialism allows that to occur. Do you hope
Yeah.
to receive Social Security when you retire?
Absolutely.
Socialism allows that to occur. Do you hope to
Yeah.
start receiving Medicare when you retire?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, I do.
Socialism allows that to occur. Do you like that our veterans receive free health care for the rest of their life as long as it was the reason why they left the military?
Well, I have a family member that is on disability via the military, and I don't know. I think there's a lot of unjust money going out the window at the VA. So on that one,
That's not what I asked. I asked, do you appreciate,
yeah,
or I did
yes,
say
I do.
like, do you like
Yeah,
that they're able to receive that? Okay.
yeah.
That's a form of socialism being
Hey,
enacted through policy in the United States of America. These are socialist policies. Do you agree with public schools?
oh, absolutely. Hey, it's Ari, right?
That's a form of socialism. So, yes, what you believe to be as socialism or a socialist policy is very
Yeah,
antiquated and outdated, or
yeah.
not even just inherently incorrect to start with.
Right.
It's not, there's not this socialist boogeyman living under your bed. They're not going to come out and grab you and be like, you're a socialist now.
I got you. But I will say that you did attach the word socialism to a lot of things that are standard within society.
No, they're not.
You're using a very loose
Social safety nets
definition of.
that are implemented within the United States of America are, in fact, socialist policies, sir.
Wait, say that again. I missed
Social
that.
safety nets
Yeah,
are
which I appreciate.
socialist policies, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I appreciate
in
those.
the word.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I'm not. You're never going to convince me that socialism, and I'm using that in air quotes because I see that we have a different and varying opinion of that word or the outcome. I'm not going to press you on it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But what
Yeah.
you
You just need to
admittedly,
pick up a book and do some reading is what I would encourage. Even just do just like a light, very light research, surface level research, and I'm hesitant to even call it research, on Google and like look up what socialism actually is what I would encourage you to do.
I'm
Just do
actually
some
pretty
social, like surface
familiar.
level.
I'm actually pretty familiar. In
It
fact,
doesn't sound like it. So, but
well, here
my
I'll just
guy,
say
I've
like,
talked to you for too long, I think already.
oh,
I
pleasure.
hope you
It
have a
was my.
great Saturday.
Hey, you too, young lady. Enjoy.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Thank you guys for all that. And thank you for the cat gift. That's literally my favorite. Until I Rest says, thank you for your work and existence. Thank you for the 10. I do appreciate you as well. Taylor, thank you for, or Walter, sorry, thank you for the jewels. Stefan, ignoring the raccoon files. Listen, if I really knew what you meant or what the bit was about, oh, thank you for the shiny balloon. I would understand it, but I don't get it. How dare you bring facts into a political conversation? It's so bad. Prices at sky high. Trump did nothing to reduce. Yeah, there did not reduce anything. Yeah, exactly, Clement. He didn't do anything to reduce it. Show me the policy, guys. Show me the policy. Where's the policy? Is it a real thing, cats? Okay, you gotta send that to me. I've never heard it before. Stay strapped. Thank you for the New Year's Eve. And Terry, thank you for the jewels as well. I do appreciate it. Well, guys, if you are new here and you haven't already hit that follow button, go ahead and hit it now. Hit that subscribe button if you're watching over on YouTube. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it for the day. You guys come back and we'll see you back tomorrow. I'm not sure. I think we'll be live tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. And I'm not sure what time. So if you're not already in the Discord server, get your booty butts in the Discord server. Join the server, complete all the steps, get verified. There are steps to get verified. Do the things. 6, 7. Thank you, Taro. And I will see you guys back probably on live tomorrow. Again, join the server to know when I go live on the weekends. I go live at the same time, Monday through Thursdays. You guys have a great rest of your Saturday and go sports if you're watching sports ball today. What's up, baby? Woo! You gotta say it louder than that. Oh, he said never mind. Okay. Y'all have a good one. Copy paste the link. Profile face. I'm not sure. The link is made permanent. I can't.